नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, वणक्कम, खंबा गणी, राम राम से आप सभी का ऑल इंडिया मीडिया में फिर से स्वागत है. वी हैव अगेन Sriram Seshadri sir with us, and everyone in the social media knows he's very well. What do you say? There on all the electronic TV channels, Republic, Times Now, NewsX, and so many others. Sir is known for his cephalogist, attributes. Also, apart from that, he's also been into different professions over a period of time, and that makes him very well researched and very well connected, where he gets all the inside informations also. So today there's a breaking news from AIADMK, and they say, I'll continue in English only, that we will sever ties with BJP. This was going on for a while, and a lot of my journalists, especially Raja Gopalan sir, had mentioned about it, and he had seen it coming a couple of weeks back itself. But now, with formal announcement, this is very much crystal clear. Sir, over to you. What happened, and why did they break the ties? What was exactly going on behind the scene?
Good evening, Gayatri and viewers of alternate media. Thanks for having me here. I feel that I have been propagating for quite some time, more than a year, at least since 2022, that BJP and ADMK should not be aligning for 2024 election for various reasons. Because if BJP had to have a growth, at least to know where they are, where they stand, what is their size in the pie of the electoral vote share, they need to contest alone, or they need to have their front headed by BJP. They cannot be riding on the shoulders of ADMK and then be branded as a 2.6% party. The second reason I have been saying this is the vote transferability and winnability, converting a winnability for BJP is very, very limited. Of course, there are a few places in the assembly election, this vote transferability happened, but not to the major extent. For example, Vanati Srinivasan, who contested from Coimbatore and won the seat, won by 1,500 votes margin compared to Kamala Hassan. Whereas when one looks at, the previous 2016 election, where BJP contested alone and then ADMK contested alone and then DMK combined was there in the frame. BJP and ADMK's votes put together, when they contested together, Vanati should have won with a 35 to 40,000 votes margin, but she just won with 1,500. Similarly, when you take CP Radhakrishnan, MP, election in 2019 election, 2014 he lost to ADMK with a 40,000 vote margin, whereas when he contested together, ADMK and BJP together in 2019, he lost to a communist with a 150,000 160,000 votes margin. He lost it. Same with Kanyakumari. BJP won the election in 2014, and then ADMK became the second in 2014. Whereas when BJP and ADMK together, they lost the election to Congress, who are not even in the fray in 2014. So all these put to show, of course, Aravkurich and all, there was a vote transfer that happened. Tirunelveli vote happened. Naina Nagendran won. So I would say that the vote transferability was very, very limited, and then BJP was not benefiting by this organization, or BJP was not benefiting by this alliance. The third reason I said is BJP does not need any MP from Tamil Nadu to form the government in 2024 at the center. So this is the best time for them to try it out, to find out what their size is, whether they've grown or where do they stand. So because of that, I was just saying that they should contest on their own or form their own front and then not be with ADMK. That's a fundamental reason I was saying that. And looks like it is becoming a reality now. I wouldn't still rule out the possibility some last ditch effort could be done by either side of the party, and work out some formula during the election stage. But at this point in time, officially ADMK has announced, very officially, because 2 days before last week, Jayakumar, the spokesperson and an ex-minister of ADMK, said that ADMK will sever its ties with BJP in Tamil Nadu. But during the election, he kept one door open, saying that we will discuss about the alliance when the elections are announced. But now Edapadi had said very clearly, and ADMK has said very clearly, no more truck with the BJP, we will not align with them in the future, and all these very strong statements that have come about. But BJP's reaction has been very, very feeble. Even including Annamalai said, let us hear from our national leadership who are the decision makers, that AIADMK is not in NDA, and that's when we will start reacting. Shows a little bit of weakness from BJP, in my opinion. Ideally, Annamalai should have spoken to Amit Shah ji and Nadda ji and then confirm that, AIADMK's decision is accepted, and then, they are letting them go off of the alliance in NDA. But nevertheless, this is going to be a wait and watch scenario. Why this all happened? My point of view would always be that, Annamalai wanted to grow the party. That is what his mandate had been when he was airlifted from Karnataka and then put in the party without any party background, without any RSS background. He was just airlifted and then, brought in as a state president. Naturally, he was very aggressive, youth, and then aggressive. His mandate was given, and then, he had his own thinking, he had his own ideas, he had his own strategies. And this Yenman Yenmakkal Yatra, the amount of people that are congregating to greet him wherever he goes. Already we have seen that, reactions from DMK and AIADMK to say that, turning up crowds doesn't mean it will turn into votes. Yes, we all agree to that. But when the spontaneity of this crowd that comes up, naturally political parties are disturbed. And in my opinion, that is what is probably disturbing, AIADMK, because they thought that BJP will be a party within their control, but, BJP probably is growing beyond their expectation and out of bounds of their, expectations. So because of that, probably they think that, severing ties with BJP will be good. They may have other calculations also. Congress may come to them, minority votes may return to them. So they may have all other calculations, in their mind. But at this point in time, I consider that this is the primary reason why they would have broken the ties with BJP. It's a welcome move, in my opinion, 6 months in advance before the election. So it gives BJP to work towards, forming their own organization machinery and then creating a ground level, cadres and booth level leaders, etc. It gives them a lot of opportunity.
So what I heard from some of the sources is AIADMK was colluding with DMK in order to defeat BJP in the state and to curtail its growing size, especially in the presence of Annamalai. Now, there were many meetings between AIADMK leaders and the DMK leaders, and the report somehow got leaked to Amit Shah because the RSS was visiting last week there. Now, once this was leaked, Amit Shah called upon the AIADMK head to Delhi and confronted him with all the evidences he had. The later denied, obviously, but then something happened, and they had a confrontational stage, and they came back. He came back, and he said that we are breaking ties, and we are very happy to break the ties, as I showed on the screen. Do you think this is the main reason that AIADMK and DMK were colluding, that the ties broke up, or?
Your sources probably, I don't know how strong the sources are, but I would only do the analysis of what happened before and after. The reason that AIADMK, especially Edappadi and his team, quoted was Annamalai talked ill of one of the founding fathers, Anna, whose name they carry in their party, Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. So Anna is an ideologue for AIADMK, and the MGR revered him as his predecessor. So when Annamalai talked about during in one of the rallies where he talked about in Yenman Yenmakkal Yatra, or I think protest against DMK government for the Sanatana Dharma issue, he was recalling how Sri Muthuramalinga Thevar brought about, took Annadurai to task when they talked about ill about our Sanatan Dharma. So all these narrations when Annamalai was making about it, it was on 11th of September. But AIADMK reacted to this. Of course, the next day itself, Mr. Jayakumar was a spokesperson, condemned that, but it was more of a customary condemnation rather than any other strong reaction. But after Edapadi visited Delhi and then came back, this condemnation was vociferous, and the tirade started happening. War of words started happening. They started blaming Annamalai's statement as a fundamental reason. So, if something is emotional to a political party, ideally they should react instantaneously. Within a half hour, within an hour, or within a day, they should have reacted and then taken this into a big way. Including the Annadurai was the founding father of DMK. DMK was founded by Annadurai, but DMK once again did a cosmetic, reference to that, condemned it, and then left it there. They didn't go beyond that. Whereas the AIADMK, after Edapadi's visit to Delhi, took it in a very big way in a sense. That is when C.V. Shanmugam talked very, very. He talked that Annamalai is doing this yatra as a collection yatra, and Sellur Raju, another leader, prominent leader from Tevar community, accused him and threatened him. D. Jayakumar, ex-minister spokesperson, condemned him and confronted Annamalai to stop talking like this, and then threatened him. So all these happened only after Edapadi's visit. So maybe corroborating this incidents of a week or so, how AIADMK reacted, maybe one of the reason that after that Amit Shah meeting this happens, naturally, maybe what your sources say could be true. I don't know, and possibly true also. Another hypothetical situation, why probably Edapadi would have colluded with the DMK, because all along, either AIADMK or a DMK, it's between the two parties, they have been fighting the elections and then winning alternate elections. But if BJP grows and then becomes a third force to reckon, then one of the Dravidian parties have to lose its prominence. So maybe, in 2024, if BJP suffers a humiliating defeat, then Annamalai would lose his prominence, and cadre base, who's seeing a bit of a uprise, may lose their emotions, may lose their force, and by 2026 probably normalcy would return. So that could be another conspiracy theory, one could say, but these are unconfirmed. I can only after on hearing from this, when I connect the dots, possibly that could be a reason too.
Right. Sir, they came and announced as if, they were a very big party and BJP was the second party. But why is BJP trying to be always second party? Why don't they outgrow parties like AIADMK? Especially after the death of Jayalalitha, how many teeth do they have to bite? How much strength do they have in the state?
So, see, the question is, in 2014, when Jayalalitha was in active politics, and then probably one of the most famous politician in Tamil Nadu, and of course in India too, and Mr. Karunanidhi was also equally powerful and active in the politics. BJP formed its own alliance front and contested the election of 2014. In fact, the DMK and Congress lost deposit in many constituencies, did not even win a single seat, whereas BJP won, the NDA won 2 seats, one by PMK, Anbumani Ramdas, and then another by Pon Radhakrishnan of BJP. 37 seats won by AIADMK. NDA front got about 19.5% vote that point in time, and then BJP got in the contested seats, they got about 23.5% vote. Significant, right? Very significant percentage of votes, especially when two strong personalities of then political arena was active in politics. And lo and behold, in 2016, the entire thing churned down, and then BJP got about 2.6% in 2016 assembly elections. Maybe they couldn't sustain this growth. Maybe they made a lot of strategic mistakes because of Pon Radhakrishnan became a minister of state. Ideally, Anbumani Ramdas should have been made a minister too, because he was a minister in UPA regime too, or he should have been made a minister in I think Anbumani Ramdas was a minister in Vajpayee government. I forgot whichever. He was the health minister, I think, during Vajpayee government, if I'm not wrong, or maybe during UPA, whichever. I don't know exact don't remember exact duration when he was. But nevertheless, he had a cabinet experience, so he could have been made a cabinet minister, but I think Ponnar prevented that from happening. DMDK, which was an uprising party, which about 11% vote, which contested along with BJP in 2024, and Vaiko, a vibrant DMK, opposing leader. Both of them could have been accommodated in the cabinet berth or some other form. They could have been accommodated, maybe a Rajya Sabha seat or something like that, to retain them in the fold in 2016. Failed to do that. BJP miserably failed to do that. If they had done that, probably they could have grown. The growth would have been in a projectile could have happened. But they just settled for contesting alone, and then they got about 2.6% vote. Since then, AIADMK is treating BJP as a 2.6% party, which means they can't even win. They don't deserve even one seat. So in 2019, they humiliated BJP by giving 5 seats, and then whereas PMK got about 7 seats. In 2021, in assembly election, BJP got 20, and then equal amount of seats for PMK. So Edappadi treated PMK, the one sub-regional party. I wouldn't say PMK is not even across Tamil Nadu. They are only northern districts of Tamil Nadu. They are spread across. A sub-regional party was given much more prominence than the national party. But 2019, BJP had to, eat the humble pie because they lost Karnataka election and then three important state elections, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, and Madhya Pradesh. So they were in a back foot. They were not certain that they will win the election. So they wanted to take whatever is given to them, they wanted to take it. So they picked up whatever the seats given to them by AIADMK. Whereas in 2021, they should have put their foot down. At least the constituencies, they should have put their foot down. Forget about the number of seats. They should have taken more winnable seats in that. And that point in time, BJP also tried to align AIADMK, TTV Dinagaran's party, which actually cost AIADMK 25 to 30 seats in the 2021 assembly. Otherwise, they would have crossed 100 plus seats, and then DMK would have been a minority government in 2021 now. Okay. So all these put together, the confidence level of BJP leaders in Tamil Nadu and their alignment either to one of the Dravidian parties and then piggybacking and then, riding on someone's shoulder, they were more comfortable doing that rather than trying to work hard to grow the party. So they remained as a minority partner or an insignificant partner in Tamil Nadu. Only after Annamalai came, the uprise is happening. There is a lot of welcome emotions about Annamalai is happening. He is able to, garner a lot of crowd. Nevertheless, the crowd doesn't mean it converts into vote, but at least the prominence is increasing. A perception is getting formed. And that is why they are always been a minority partner compared to AIADMK. And AIADMK, we should give it to them. They have ruled the country, at least or the state, more than 20 plus years in the 50, at least more than 4 terms, if I'm not wrong, 4 or 5 terms, if I'm not wrong. In between 1967 and 2023, we talk about. So they have ruled more than 25 years in the 50-year period. So it's a large party. It's a very big party in Tamil Nadu, very big force to reckon. Even now, their cadre base probably is significantly higher. But we need to wait and see. Because after the split in southern districts, AIADMK has now lost significant amount of popularity in southern districts. So we need to wait and see whether they still have the 25-28% vote share or they are still sub 20% vote share. So that only this election will prove.
Right. Sir, if we talk of current times, what is the percentage vote share of all the 3 parties, AIADMK, DMK, and BJP in Tamil Nadu? If you look at the vote share.
Vote share wise, I'm not going to take what is the last election percentage, because then one has to say BJP in 2016 is the one they were contested alone, so that is 2.6%. Whereas 2021 local body elections, BJP contested on their own, and they got about 7% votes in in that, around 6.5 to 7% vote. But Traditionally, DMK and ADMK has been having between 22 to 26% vote share, and Congress about 6 to 7. BJP, and I would say that they are all in that same range now, not much, give or take some. But BJP probably, I gather that they would have grown to about 7 to 8% at this point in time. Maybe when the elections come, it may change to double digit and then may go up to above mid 20s. 15 to 16% minimum. They may even, with a proper alliance, they may even cross 22 to 23%. So they may be at par with the ADMK total vote percentage, when the elections are happening in 2024. But as of now, DMK is the strongest. DMK still has about 28% as of today. Their DMK combine, which is Stalin's ability to hold that alliances together, they touch about 45% together. And Nam Tamilar Katchi, Seaman's party probably would be about 4 to 5%. TTV Dinagaran would have about 4 to 5%. So all these put together, it is a highly fragmented percentage vote share amongst various parties put together.
Right. So, will BJP make alliances with AMMK, OPS, Tamil Manila, Patagali Makkal Kachi, IJK, or any of these? Do they have any kind of closeness or matching frequency with respect to politics?
Okay, Tamil Manila Congress Vasan, GK Vasan probably is not a big force, but he is already with the NDA. I think he will continue to be with the NDA because he is also a Rajya Sabha member, or he may be with the ADMK, because that doesn't matter. OPS and AMMK definitely will align with BJP. IJK Pudhiya Tamilagam, of course, with BJP, and then there's one more person called AC Shanmugam. He is a new, Justice Party, New Justice Party. He's a very prominent, promising candidate to win from Vellore. Patali Makkal Kachi will decide based on how DMK alliance is staying together, because they can't enter the DMK alliance because of VCK in that alliance. If VCK is exited, Patali Makkal PMK will join DMK alliance. If Congress and VCK exits and then goes with the ADMK, then also Patali Makkal Kachi will have a negotiation both with BJP as well as in DMK. But if DMK alliance stays intact, then Patali Makkal Kachi will be with the BJP. So all these permutation combinations will work out, Gayatri, that based on how the DMK government, DMK alliance is, staying together. If they stay together, then all these parties that they are displaying will be with BJP. And for 2024, within quotes, I'm not going to make it as a big statement, but for 2024, ADMK may become a political orphan in Tamil Nadu. But by 2026, they will resurrect, because 2026 is a state election. So ADMK will have a far more competing performance and competing force in the state. But for 2024, ADMK, if DMK alliance doesn't break and all these parties joining BJP, Edapadi will be left alone as a political orphan for the elections.
Right. Sir, the next point is AIADMK has a history with BJP. If you remember, Jayalalitha had pulled support even when she was alive, and it's like a love and hate. They get together, then after some time they part together. They get together, they part together. This has been happening for quite a while, and they have had a history. Why is it so?
See, Jayalalitha is a very strong personality. She cannot take even a single instance of neglect. I wouldn't say humiliation or something, which anyway no political party will take it lying low. But if you neglect her even a moment, she is going to throw you out. That's her mindset. That's her ego. One could say that that's a professional arrogance she has. Rightly so, because she became very strong and powerful as a leader in Tamil Nadu, and most respected, one of the most respected in the national level also. So rightly so, though she has that sort of ego. In 1999, when Vajpayee government was there, she demanded that DMK government be dismissed, and then Vajpayee did not agree to imposing Article 356 to dismiss DMK government. Hence, she pulled the plug. And that time, Sonia Gandhi also helped that. She actually held a tea party at her home, and then, Subramaniam Swamy was, coordinating all these efforts for Jayalalitha to take this decision. So, Jayalalitha is different from Edappadi. Edappadi cannot become Jayalalitha again. Maybe he can, maybe down the years, a few more years down the line, but not now. Unfortunately, he thinks that he is already larger than Jayalalitha in his mind, probably. That is why, he was playing, but he is a very shrewd politician. Very, very shrewd politician, grounded politician, and he is not known to take an impulsive decisions. He considers all these options, whereas Jayalalitha is known to take an impulsive decisions. But in spite of that, Edappadi probably takes certain decisions which may hurt him in the longer run.
Right. So, do you look at this as a blow or an opportunity? Because the media outlets are calling, Modi government gets a big blow, the NDA gets a big blow. Do you see it as an opportunity or do you see it as a big blow?
See, they just create a myth, Gayatri, right? Because they say that after BJP, the second largest ally is ADMK. It's a very, very laughable statement. The simple reason is they don't have a single MP in the floor, at least in Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha, of course, they do, but Lok Sabha, they don't have even a single MP, because whichever the current MP is part of now, OPS son. So he's not part of ADMK now. The second thing is, even Apnadal, a smaller party, has 2 MPs in the Lok Sabha. Say when someone talks about percentage of vote share, I think Shiv Sena has a bigger percentage, and the JDS also equal. I wouldn't say JDS will have a larger percentage than ADMK. Maybe if Shiromani Akalidal joins back with BJP, they'll have a larger percentage of vote share. But in what way they say that it's the second largest party? Of course, in the percentage of vote share is yes, but they have not contributed anything to NDA so far. ADMK in all these years have never contributed anything to NDA. So in what way that it's a big blow? And second thing I was telling is, unless and otherwise BJP needs the MPs from Tamil Nadu to form the government, which will be in the single digits. If BJP needs that to form the government, naturally Biju Janata Dal of Odisha and YSRCP of Andhra Pradesh will extend their support. They will have a much bigger number. At least they will have between them put together, they will have nearly 20 plus MPs. And they will extend their support than expecting ADMK to be part of you. Because both YSRCP and Biju Janata, Naveen Patnaik will be much more accommodative ally than ADMK. ADMK will keep on giving trouble. So, in my opinion, I don't know why this is blown out of proportion. Of course, unless otherwise ADMK has a capability to win 40 seats, then one can say that why would NDA want to lose that 40 seats? They themselves are not in that position. At least in 14 constituencies down south, probably less than about 8 to 10 constituencies, they are not a force to reckon at all, ADMK, because now they are restricted to Kongu region. Not even northern districts or in a southern district or delta districts. So they are more or less restricted to Kongu region, about 8 to 10 seats. And I don't see any reason why one should feel so perturbed about it. Definitely, if the alliance and then the cadre level, the group worked, they would have won 25 seats also. But all the divide and cracks between that has been happening, the fault line between the BJP cadres and then ADMK cadres has been happening for over last 6 to 8 months. It is beyond repair, beyond bridging. At the leadership level, people may handshake and then say that, okay, we are in alliance. But at the ground level, it's not going to happen. So the vote transfer will not happen. And maybe ADMK will, like you said, is ADMK, if it is struck with Stalin, as you mentioned in your program, then ADMK will work overtime to ensure that BJP candidates who are contesting lose the election. So it is actually not a win-win situation for BJP and ADMK. In fact, it is a loss situation for BJP to stay in the alliance, have ADMK in their alliance at this point in time. That's why I feel that this alliance it is good that it breaks up. Second, I look at it, Gayatri, is only when the alliance breaks up, BJP will start to grow faster. Good example is once again Odisha. When Biju Janata Dal said no more carrying BJP with him in 2009, imagine the growth. The BJP has never had more than crossed a single digit vote percentage. Today they are at a nearly 30% vote share, and then they have eaten into the entire Congress fold. Same way, take it in Maharashtra. They have grown in spite of in alliance with Shiv Sena. Shiv Sena has equally grown 2014 to 2019 election. When you look at both parliamentary and assembly elections, because Uddhav Thackeray stabbed BJP at the back, they had to take some actions. What they have taken today. Nitish Kumar. Once again, Nitish Kumar had been jumping up and down between the, going out and coming in, going out and coming in more than 3 times. Still, BJP tolerated and then made him the chief minister.
He's going to Delhi, just for the updated information. He's again going to Delhi.
So, no, he probably he's trying his level best to come back to party, right? Come back to NDA. So naturally, what happens is, but still BJP tolerated him and then made him the chief minister, even though he was not a majority, MLAs in the assembly. So all these put together, BJP had been a very tolerant party and accommodative party, in my opinion. They have never sent any ally out. They have gone out, but then they have never sent any ally out. So in my opinion, all these put together, take West Bengal. They have grown in spite of Congress and communists being there, and then TMC growing, and BJP has grown in West Bengal, fighting all these parties, right? All the three they have been fighting against. So if you look at it, then it is good that ADMK and parts its ways with BJP, so that BJP will start working its strategy to grow the party. Maybe find opportunities in Tamil Nadu. It's good for them. And this is the right moment. 2024, if not 2024, they'll get a similar chance after 25 years or 30 years. So this is the best chance for them to try to form their own alliance and then fight the alliance on their own or along with their own alliance headed by them, and then see where they stand. As I told you, if they find that they are 4 or 5% party, go and fall at the feet of Edapadi and then say chuck Annamalai out and then do some compromises, and then anyway you have the shoulder to ride on. But at least without trying, I think you should not give up. That's where I think BJP should contest on their own, has been my point of view all along.
Right. So last question: how much is the impact of Annamalai that AIADMK has gone into frenzy, and that they thought that he might be eating into their vote bank and their vote share, that they went on to the extent of colluding with DMK?
He is the only reason. Not just how much, he is the only reason. Because otherwise, they were a junior partner. They were taking orders from ADMK. They were taking whatever seats thrown at their side, not negotiating hard, and not fighting their due share, not even fighting to grow the party. Forget about due share. At least, you need to grow the party to at least showcase to someone that, look, I have grown. Not even doing that. So Annamalai is the reason, no other person. But all along, probably central BJP also never looked at Tamil Nadu as a region of interest. Whenever there is a parliamentary election happens, they start with how much they can win out of 503 seats, not 543 seats. Okay, Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, 40 seats, they just minus already, and then they start working for other 503 seats. And out of that, they won 303 seats in 2019. So when you look at BJP strategies, always, their south policy had always been very weak, except Karnataka to some extent, that too very late in the game. or maybe I would say early in the game, even before they became too prominent in other places. Karnataka, they were pretty prominent. But their look south, they went for a look east policy, which has about 24 MPs. Of that, Assam 14, and then remaining 7 states put together, 7 or 8 states put together, remaining 11 seats or 10 seats. So they actually had a look, east policy, which is also in a way good. I wouldn't say it is bad, because Modi ensured that the northeastern states are strengthened, and then brought back, integrated that into the entire country, and then the growth story started happening there. Whereas Tamil Nadu and all already in the growth story. So they turned south very late. They had a Hindi heartland, and then they had a west of western countries. So they actually concentrated on eastern geography for quite some time. Only now they are looking at southern India. So which means that is why, they airlifted Annamalai and then put him there in the helms of affairs. They didn't trust anybody who have been in the party for quite some time, because they know that person too would have been lethargic. I don't want to use the word corrupted, but they would have been lethargic about the way they were been functioning for ages. So he wanted a fresh energy, fresh person to, an outside in paradigm look. I think that is why, Annamalai was airlifted. And so he is the reason for Edappadi to feel jittery about, and AIADMK to feel jittery about.
Right. Thank you so much, sir, for joining. जाने से पहले सभी viewers से request है, I'll come back to my Hindi. A humble request to all the viewers, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the All Neat Media. If you want to contribute, you want to send a feedback, you want to get in touch with me, all the links are given in the description box. इसी के साथ जय हिंद, जय श्री राम, हर हर महादेव. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Namaste.